Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 from 2004, with this new version being built on Unreal Engine 5 for enhanced graphics and supports DLSS and FSR. But is your GPU up for playing this remake of a 21-year-old game? And starting off with VRAM usage, this game doesn't require too much VRAM in comparison to modern games, with a 6GB card being enough all the way up to 1440p at the low quality setting, with a game requesting about 7GB at 4K. And if you have an 8GB card, you should be good for 1440p with the ultra quality settings, with the 4K ultra results requiring a 10GB card. If your GPU falls between those two settings though, or you just want to get extra FPS, you can go down to a lower quality preset, with both the high and medium presets giving you a nice increase in performance, while also not reducing the visuals too much, with a low quality preset giving you 65% better performance for the cost of all the shadows in the game. Luckily, most modern cards will be able to play this game at 1080p ultra quality settings, with the exceptions being the RTX 3060 and any Intel cards, though hopefully that can be improved with driver updates. For now, both the RTX 4060 and RX 7600 are good for above 30 FPS at 1080p, though you will need a substantially more powerful card to get to 60 FPS, namely the RTX 5070 or RX 7900 GRE, with only the most powerful card you can get, the RTX 5090, able to achieve above 100 FPS, coming in at 119.5. The jump to 1440p though is a pretty taxing one, with the new 60 FPS line being held by the RTX 5080, though you should be able to achieve 60 FPS on most powerful cards by going to the high preset. If you're fine gaming at 30 FPS though, at 1440p, you can make do with a 5060 Ti or an RX 9060 XT in either 8 or 16GB. But if you do want to play this game on a more entry-level card, you'll probably want to lower down the settings and enable upscaling. That becomes doubly true when we bump up the resolution to 4K. At this high resolution, most of the cards do not produce a playable experience, with even powerful cards like the RTX 5070 Ti and RX 9070 XT only being good for about 30 FPS, with the RTX 5090 unable to achieve 60 FPS. So for most of these cards, you'll want to enable upscaling. And at 4K, enabling DLAA on the 5090 does allow it to hit above 60 FPS, with the performance preset going all the way up to 118 FPS. At 1440p, cards like the RTX 5070 Ti and RX 9070 XT are good for about 60 FPS at native, with performance climbing to at least 80 FPS by enabling the quality preset, and above 110 FPS enabling the performance presets. While at 1080p, the RTX 5060 Ti and RX 9060 XT are both 30 FPS class cards, with the 5060 Ti dropping more in certain scenes like this one. So if you do want a 60 FPS experience, you can get that with the performance preset on the 5060 Ti or the quality preset on the 9060 XT.